Coming to you from deep inside the bowels of a great big empty. Get ready for another episode of The Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
And that was Golden Glenn, the official announcer of the Home Defense Show, and I'm your host, Skip Coryell, author of 23 books, Marine Corps veteran, founder of the Second Amendment March, proud father of 7, grandfather of 20 and counting. And as a special bonus, I'm also madly in love with my own wife. My priorities in life are God, family, and country in that order, and I hereby promise to never compromise in my convictions. I may go broke, but I'll never go woke. And joining me today is my beautiful, wonderful, lovely co-host, my wife, Cedar Coryell. Sarah, welcome back.
Thank you. Great to be here.
All right. Now, did you notice anything different about the opening on that?
Yeah. I think the number of books you've published has changed.
That's right. Went from 22 books to 23 books this
very
week.
Exciting.
It is exciting. I'm happy. I'm proud. And I just published a new book titled Longinus.
Say that one more time. That's not a name I'm used to.
I just published a new book titled Longinus.
Ah.
Longinus, most people don't know who Longinus is/was. He was the Roman centurion who stabbed the spear in Jesus' side when he was on the cross. He oversaw the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's a mouthful. I know.
That is a mouthful. There's a lot there. Yeah, there's a lot there.
But, his claim to fame wasn't so much that as what he did after that happened. Mm-hmm. He became a Christian and became a martyr. He was beheaded, for his faith. So he was a martyr and a saint as well.
Wow. It can be a great story. Is that what your story's about?
Well, partly. There's a cameo appearance by Martyr Longinus. It's an apocalyptic novel like most of all my others, but it's basically end of the world as we know it scenario. The main character, he becomes a Christian, and he takes the Christian name Longinus after his patron saint. But basically, he's a murderer. He's doing time in prison, and God calls him to rebuild the church after the great apocalypse and the end of days.
That's huge.
Yeah,
huge.
That is huge. I like it. A lot of wonderful characters in there. It is the longest book that I've ever written, by far, 130-some thousand words. It's not Tolstoy's War and Peace, but it's Skip Coryell's War and Peace. We'll just leave it at that. But I'm excited about that. That's for sale on Amazon.com right now in Kindle or paperback. And also, you can get it through my website at skipcoryell.com. How's that for shameless self-promotion?
Well, if you don't talk about it, people don't know it's there.
Well, that's true. And I know that you enjoyed this particular one because
Yeah, I'm asking all these questions, but I loved this book. You read it to us, and the kids and I, we're just eating it up. So
here's how I did it, folks. I would try to write it one chapter every day. You're talking about 1,500 to 2,000 words. And then as soon as I finished, I would come back home and I would read it to Sarah and the kids. And you were kind of like an editor in so much as, I like it, I don't like it, or that's not realistic, maybe you should cut this out, that kind of a thing. Not a censor, but you did give me a lot of good, valuable insight.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciated it eventually.
Well, there are...
It's hard to give feedback.
I didn't enjoy it at the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, your heart's right in that. And if I,
Yeah,
it's
hard. Like, how dare you criticize my baby?
Right.
That's the way it works with authors. We do have egos, and not just on paper.
Well, and I used to be an engineer, right? So, I'm always trying to fix the thing. So whether even if it's not broken, I want to fix it because I want to leave my mark and make it better. So meanwhile, I'm like, I love you, let me fix it. And you're like, if you love me, leave it alone and like it the way it is.
Yeah, your job is to tell me I'm great and encourage me. That's your job.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Okay.
We've been married 20 years.
Well, yeah. All right. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
But, I'll be working on the audiobook now.
Mm-hmm.
That's time consuming, but I'll let you guys know when that one is out. But I love the book. I love the characters. I love the story. But if I don't, then it's probably not very good, right? If the author doesn't like it, it's trash.
Well, that would be a bad sign. But the author's wife likes it too. So
all right,
so that's a good sign.
Good.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 2 parents agree.
Actually, your kids liked it too. So
yes, they did.
Yeah.
They did. All right, but let's enough of me. Let's talk about you. How are you feeling today, Sarah?
Oh, me? Oh, I thought you were talking about the
No,
audience.
my other co-host. Yes.
Oh, good. We did tomatoes today. Our first batch of canned tomatoes. That was exciting.
We did 14 quarts of tomatoes today.
Yeah, it's pretty
We
good.
grew them.
And we worked together. Like Amthus and I and Phoenix like washed and chopped and stuff, and Skip did the canning part, and mostly. I mean, it's all kind of a team effort.
Yeah.
But it was good
I do
fun.
the dangerous part. If the canner blows up, it's on me.
Yeah,
Literally.
Let's not do that.
Well, last year we canned 365 quarts of tomatoes. That turned out to be overkill. We only ate about 150 of those. So this year, we'll can 50, 70 quarts of tomatoes, somewhere like that, and we'll have more than enough, I think.
Well, I hope so. I do hope so.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
2 years ago we kind of went through a tomato phase, and then last year I was sort of burnt out on tomatoes, and so
A tomato phase.
yeah, I was like using 3 quarts a day on some days, and then
Yeah,
and then
I
this year
always
was
think
just
of like Bob the tomato. It's like, what'd you have for lunch? Well, I had Bob.
oh, lovely, lovely.
But hey, before we get too far into the show,
We want to thank our sponsors, the United States Concealed Carry Association, ShootingClasses.com, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range, and Trinity Training and Security.
without our sponsors, hey, we would be a mere shadow of who we are right now.
Shadow.
We have got a good show coming up. We're going to be interviewing in segment 2 someone that you know.
Who?
Your son, Cedar Coryell.
He was so happy to do this.
Yeah. We're going to be talking to Cedar about being an EMT, emergency medical trainer. He's been an EMT for 6 weeks now, and he's already got stories that are fascinating. So you folks are going to love that. But before we get too far into that, our quote of the week. Sarah, who said this? A free people ought not only to be armed, but disciplined.
The smart guy.
Yes, yes. But his name wasn't Smart Guy. He was a smart guy. I'll give you hints now.
Okay.
He was one of the founders of our country, one of the founding fathers.
Suspected that.
Okay.
I'm going to guess Adams, the lawyer one.
John Adams?
Yeah.
That's close.
Was his brother, I suppose?
No, it wasn't Sam Adams either.
No.
It was George Washington.
I was going to guess George Washington, but I thought that was no way you would do George Washington.
Didn't.
But I didn't.
Oh,
that makes me annoyed.
I pitched you
You
a
did.
slow ball right over the center of the
And
plate.
I went sideways.
And you whiffed it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you another
Oh, no.
chance
This
here.
is painful. Why do we do this?
Because I enjoy it so
Because you
much.
like torturing me online.
No. It says, no free man shall ever be debarred the use of arms. And he wrote it in the Virginia Constitution, Draft 1, in 1776. It was one of the founding fathers. He was a president of the United States.
Well, George Washington was a president and from Virginia.
Yes, but it wasn't him.
Oh, now you're going to do that.
He helped...
Oh, Jefferson.
Yes, that's right. I was going to give you another clue. He wrote the first draft of
Took
the
me a minute to remember he was from
Declaration
Virginia.
of Independence. It was Thomas Jefferson. He's by far one of my favorite of the founding fathers. You know, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. They were Thomas Jefferson was just so passionate, and he believed strongly in everything. The Declaration of Independence is probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, literature to ever come out of the American Revolution. It was just awesome. And George Washington, incredibly devout.
George Washington or Thomas Jefferson?
George Washington.
Okay.
George Washington, he's my favorite president by far. He really is. Enough of that. Let's talk about what's in the news. I think you guys are going to like this. Sarah, take it away. This is from ammoland.com.
Nearly 1 in 3 voters say they carry a concealed handgun, survey finds.
Ah, yeah, that is, and the crowd roars.
Research done at the Crime Prevention Research Center and published in July of 2026, hey, that's this year,
Yes, that is.
shows the percentage and number of people carrying concealed handguns continues to increase. A survey of 1,000 people conducted by McLaughlin and Associates on July 22nd, 2026, shows significant increases in the carrying of concealed handguns. In the last 19 months, from December of 2024 to July of 2026, the percentage of likely voters who carried all or most of the time increased from 13% to 15.7%, an increase of 2.7% of the sample. Those who carry sometimes or rarely increased from 11% to 15.2%, or 4.2% of the sample. The total who carried increased from 24% in 2024 to 30.9% in 2026.
That's a big jump.
Why do you think that might be?
I think it's a couple of things. One is there's been a really big change in our society as far as constitutional carry goes. I think, what is it, like it's over 28 states now you can legally carry without a permit. So people that normally wouldn't go through all the trouble of getting a permit are actually carrying when they, at least part of the time. Personally, I think it's a good idea. You're a lot safer. If you do, you can at least fight back. You have a fighting chance. Mm-hmm. And, of course, crime in the big cities, let's face it, these blue cities are not safe places to be. They're really not.
No. I wonder if this increase in concealed carry holders are country people or city people or something in the middle.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't really say that. It's just 1,000 likely voters. But for me personally, I live in the country, but I go to the city all the time.
Yeah.
And that's where most of this crime happens is in the city. So it's probably a combination of city dwellers, rural people that are going to the city. From
people who ask about classes or send you questions about concealed carry, because I know you get calls like that. Is there an increase in people from the city? Or are you getting many contacts from the city? Like, my contacts from the city are not usually gun people.
Yeah, that's true.
Typically, even now, very uncomfortable with guns.
Well, but most, to be fair, or to clarify it, mm-hmm. most of your contacts in the city are female.
Well, I wouldn't talk about guns with their husband. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's fine. That's true. That's fair.
And females in general are not as gung-ho about guns as men are.
I think the fun element is completely not there for us.
Yeah.
And so all we see it as a tool. And if, I don't know, I think in the back of even my mind a lot of times is that tool could be taken and used on me, and I totally know that.
Yeah.
I agree. Anything, that's why I don't want to carry a knife, because I'm like, it's really not going to help me. It's like, okay. I'm just bringing a weapon to die on. That's all I did here.
All right. Anything else in that we need to be aware of?
Similarly, the total of those who say they never carry dropped from 73%, pretty high actually, to 66%.
Oh, wow.
A 6.4% drop. Those who claim they don't know if they carry increased from 2 to 2.5%.
How can you not know?
They don't know if they carry.
So the percentage of total ignorant morons
went up, actually,
by
0.5%.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I'm saying they carry, but they're carrying illegally. That's my take on
that.
That
could be.
Yeah. The sample is of likely voters in general elections. Such a sample may or may not be indicative of the habit of non-voters. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. This is from CPRC. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
That I believe that's the John R. Lott organization. Okay. We get a lot of good data and research from John Lott. He's like tops in what he does as far as data analysis and all of that. So personally, I think this is really good news for our country in general, and definitely good news for the pro-gun community.
People aged 18 to 40 carry at higher rates than people aged 41 and up, which surprises me.
Yeah, that surprises me too.
In ethnic groups, Hispanics carry at slightly higher rates than black people. Asians carry at the lowest levels. And white people and other are in between. Republicans carry at higher rates than Democratic or independent voters. That does not surprise me. When ranked by ideology, very liberal voters carry at the highest rates.
What?
With 30.8% carrying all the time versus 21.6% of very conservative voters carrying all the time. That shocks me.
You know, it doesn't me when you think about it. You're talking about very liberal voters. Those are like rich white people, okay?
But they have ideology that's very anti-gun for everyone else.
They're two-faced. They are hypocrites.
That's amazing.
I know, it's disgusting too, but...
I did not anticipate that at all.
Well, doesn't surprise me. All right.
Oh, last tip. This is good too.
Okay.
Okay. Those who identified themselves as wealthy showed a percentage who carried all or most of the time at 62.9%.
Ooh, because they have something to lose.
Those who considered themselves upper middle class and who carried all or most of the time were 28%. Those who considered themselves middle class showed 15.7% carrying all the time. Lower middle class showed 9% carrying all the time, and only 7% of self-identified poor people carried all the time.
Let's talk about that. Basically, rich people carry more often than poor people.
Yeah. That was just consistent. That was a steady line all the way down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can afford guns and ammo.
Right. That's part of it. And it takes special gear to carry. Like,
yes,
you
it
have
does.
to have a good...
Yeah.
You have to have good gear. Gear.
Absolutely. That does not surprise me. But
also, I wonder, I'm thinking like a woman now, but like if you're poor...
Oh, you're thinking like a woman.
Well,
how odd that you would do that.
Sorry, that was a dumb thing to say.
No, it wasn't. Go ahead.
But I'm just thinking, like, if you've got 5 kids clawing all over you, you might be in the poor category because you're feeding more mouths and you're probably single. It's going to be a single income family because your mom's home. Meanwhile, so you're poor, but you're not going to carry a gun unless you're probably just not going to carry a gun because there's too many kids running around, just too many hands. Yeah. It's too easy to lose track of it.
And you might be afraid the kids are going to get a hold of the guns. And there's just a whole litany of things there.
Yeah, and you've already got 50 different things you're trying to keep track of. Like, what you just don't need that extra concern.
All right, well, hey, we're about out of time for this segment. What's coming up in segment 2, Sarah?
We're interviewing Cedar.
That's right. Cedar, pumpkin eater.
He hates that. About being an EMT. He's so excited about this new leg of his life. So, while we're taking a break, be sure to check out our sponsors: United States Concealed Carry Association, ShootingClasses.com, CenterShot Indoor Gun Range, and Trinity Training and Security. We thank our sponsors.
In the meantime, God bless and stay safe.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to ShootingClasses.com.
At CenterShot Gun Range, we are passionate about training. Don't know where to start? We offer a 1-hour new shooter seminar to introduce you to the world of firearms and help you find training opportunities specific to you. Concealed carry, home defense, firearm safety, AR-15, private one-on-one training, custom training, or maybe you're on a security team looking to protect your church or business. We even offer weekday morning and evening classes. CenterShot Gun Range has you covered. Start your journey at CenterShotGunRange.com.
Hey there. Yeah, you. It's time to level up your skills. Check out ShootingClasses.com and explore a wide range of training options. With more than 50 types of classes to choose from, beginner to advanced, concealed carry to medical training, online sessions, and even non-live fire courses, there's something for everyone. Just enter your zip code, use the filters to narrow your search, and find the perfect class for you. This site has all the details: instructor bios, class info, requirements, available dates, and the option to register, all in one place. It's that simple at ShootingClasses.com.
In today's world, safety and preparedness are more important than ever. At Trinity Training and Security, we offer comprehensive training for your peace of mind. Whether you're obtaining your concealed pistol license, mastering CPR and first aid, or engaging in scenario-based training, we've got you covered. We look forward to working with you in one of our classes or bringing the class to your church, school, or business. Need security for an event? Protecting your assets? Our team provides private security, close protection, media crew escorts, high security terminations, and more. Always with discretion and professionalism. With Trinity, safety is more than a service. It's a commitment.
Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If this sounds good to you, you sound good to me. And I'd like to help you do those things. Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If you're looking for more excitement in your life, we have nothing to offer you. But if you are a thoughtful, responsible, nonviolent man or woman, we'd love to teach you what to do if something crazy happens. More importantly, we'd like to teach you what not to do. We currently have over 500,000 members. They are doctors and single moms and firemen and grandmothers and veterans and Democrats and Republicans and members of every faith. But the one thing they all have in common is that they know exactly what to do if something crazy happens. When you're with one of our members, you are safe. Our members know how to de-escalate situations. They know how to calm things down. We are the United States Concealed Carry Association. See what we're all about at usconcealedcarry.com.
Discover the little-known backstory of the U.S. Concealed Carry Association at usconcealedcarry.com.
Some say his face is painfully ugly, and I agree. But who cares? This is radio. Welcome back to the Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
Welcome back to the Home Defense Show. This is your host, Skip Coryell. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, Centershot Indoor Gun Range at centershotgunrange.com, Trinity Training and Security, United States Concealed Carry Association at uscca.com, and shootingclasses.com. All right, we have a special guest today. He's special because, well, I've known him his entire life. I knew him when he was in the womb, a mere waif of a little embryo. So, welcome, Cedar Coryell, my son, to the Home Defense Show.
Hello, Dad. What's going on today? So are you going to tell about how masculine and amazing I am now, or are we just going to leave it at mere waif?
Masculine and amazing?
Yeah, something like that.
I can see that the acorn didn't fall too far from the tree.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's either a compliment or an insult. You pick which one, okay? Maybe
Let's
it's both.
We can run with compliments. We can do that.
All right. Cedar, give us a little bit of background. Take about 15 seconds. Who the flying liplock is Cedar Coryell?
Well, in the process of me, quote, falling from the tree, I started off homeschooling, and eventually they decided to give me my diploma because they were sick and tired of me. I went off and I did.
It wasn't just that.
It wasn't just that. It was,
Okay.
I don't know. That's what it said on my diploma, at least. And then I started doing the trying to be an adult thing. I started working at lawn care, started working at security. And somewhere around there, I decided that I was sick and tired of mowing lawns and took a slight education turn and started going through EMT school.
Yeah, well, that is a slight turn, I suppose.
Just a little bit.
As I recall, you kept breaking all the lawnmowers.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I don't want to talk about that.
It's like you were the Evel Knievel of lawn maintenance. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I've seen the videos of him, like,
Okay.
hey, actually, dude, that was some really fun stuff. I really loved mowing lawns, but there was something about breaking, like, a sprinkler per day that really
Yeah.
made my bosses not like me.
And you're not supposed to get airtime when you are riding a lawnmower. But, hey, it doesn't matter because you're doing something else now. What are you doing?
I am working as an emergency medical technician in the great city of Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Kalamazoo, Michigan. A first responder in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I looked it up. Kalamazoo, Michigan has the highest crime rate in all of West Michigan.
Yep.
So you see a lot of stuff. How long have you been doing it now, Cedar?
I have been working there for about 5 to 6 weeks. 4 of them, my first 4, I was working night shift, 6 to 6, 6P to 6A, and now I am working from morning till right about 10:30 at night.
Yeah, so you went to school for this. They just don't take volunteers, right? How long was your school? What'd you have to do?
So the training was actually really, really fun. I went up to Grand Rapids. I was in school for about 3 months, And what it looks like there is you just apply, you start going, and you show up into this classroom. And they packed 40 of us in this classroom. And the teacher was a really great guy. He was one of the most confident teachers I've ever seen. He could just sit there and talk about everything relating to EMS for hours. Very informative.
All right. So you came out of there, and now you hold the lives of all of your clients in the palm of your hand.
I wouldn't say that. I'm going through a training program through it right now. So I passed school. The training was great. I went and I took my National Registry exam. And then after taking the National Registry, I went and I started applying. I got a job. Now they're training me within the company right now. I'm on pay. I'm working full time, but I'm always working with an instructor with some degree or not. And then when we hit the road, they just have me do stuff. Say we go on a call for a person who, we had a guy who was riding an e-bike, which is like the worst idea ever. Don't do that. And it was e-bike versus cement wall.
Oh.
We show up on scene. My job, after a little bit of training, and they worked with me, right? My job is to go in there, say, hey, sir, what's going on? And I'll go through my list of questions, basically. For any time that someone hits their head or fell, hey, did you lose consciousness? Hey, did you hit your head? Are you on any blood thinners right now? Because if he hits his head and he has internal bleeding, intracranial bleeding, and he's on blood thinners, suddenly that issue is multiplied by 10.
Yeah.
So basically, my day-to-day job is sit in the ambulance, wait till we get a call, go, and then I help the medics. The medics help me learn. The medics help me do whatever I need to do. And that's basically the process. I'm learning while doing.
So it's like an apprenticeship program then.
Exactly.
So basically what happens is, John Q. Citizen out there, he says, hey, Bubba, watch this. And then 15 minutes later, you show up to, stuff his arms back on, sew him back on, maybe give him an open heart massage, stuff like that.
Hopefully not an open heart massage.
You haven't done that yet?
He has to pay extra for those. But yeah, something along those lines. And normally, if it's a serious issue, in Kalamazoo at least, we'll have the fire department there. We'll have police officers show up, especially like cardiac arrests. Kalamazoo City is very different. We have one of the highest, it's called ROSC, ROSC, Return of Spontaneous Circulation.
What does that mean?
If somebody dies, their heart stops, it's considered a cardiac arrest.
Okay.
We have the highest rate, one of the highest rates in America, period, as a city of Kalamazoo.
The highest rates of dying or living?
The highest rates of ROSC, so getting ROSC back. So we show up on scene, someone's dead, we start doing CPR, we intubate, we give epinephrine, everything. We have the highest rate of getting their heart pumping again.
Ah, okay.
They might not, we'll take them to the hospital. They might not come back out of the hospital. They might not be walking. But compared to everybody else, we have about a 50% rate. I think it's just below 50%. It's like somewhere between 30 to 50%. Everywhere else in the country, it's about 8%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you must be doing something right.
So the person in charge of all of this, our medical director of Kalamazoo City, is actually the medical director of Michigan, and he sort of treats Kalamazoo City as, from my understanding, he treats it as a bit of a, sort of a guinea pig place, right? He does everything safely, he does it properly, but anything where he's like, I think this will work, the studies are proving that this will work, he tries it in Kalamazoo first, and then we'll expand it to the rest of Michigan.
Okay.
Also, Kalamazoo City is a little bit special because we're not rural. We can get to a call within 15 minutes usually.
So have you wrecked the ambulance yet?
No.
Good. Well, you have that to look forward to.
Yeah. My driving instructor had a couple heart attacks, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, actually...
He's like, hey, that curb was supposed to be remaining untouched, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I remember your first driving instructor.
Oh?
It was me and your mother, right?
I remember you guys, too. It's a miracle, huh?
I almost had a heart attack a couple of times.
Well, I'm not sure that was connected to my driving.
Yeah, I'm sure. It may have been. But I'm sure you've improved vastly.
Yeah. And hey, I'm going to be honest. Driving lights and sirens for the first time was an ethereal experience.
It was cool, huh?
It was so cool. I mean, you got to be careful. A lot of people think that once you start working in any kind of emergency field, you just have the right to run every single red light. And that is totally not true. Even if you're running lights and sirens, you're going to a place where a man has been shot 3 times in the chest. You have to go slow. Like, we are not allowed to go 10 miles over the posted speed limit.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a secret insight. We do. If we're going to a Med 1 Echo, which is fancy terms for they're dead, we're going to be going very quickly, but we have to stop at all the red lights. If it's a green light, we just go. If it's a red light, you got to stop, and we're going to stop. We're going to check all of our lanes and go. The nice thing is lights and sirens gives us basically free will to go around everybody.
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah.
if there's 30 people piled up at this red light, we go into the left lane. We might go into the other lane. And so we're start, like, we're going to do everything.
You actually do that, or does the ambulance make that noise?
Sometimes I do it as well.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll skip around all of them, and that's how we get to a scene so quickly. But lights and sirens is really fun, really freeing, but you do have to not get into an accident.
Yeah, otherwise, what's the point, right? You're going to save one person, and you kill 3 on the way.
I mean, I hear that the medical pay for, like, if you get hurt on the job is really nice, though.
Oh, okay. All right, fantastic. All right, so tell us about your first week as a newbie EMT.
My first week, I'm going to tell you guys that it was not necessarily normal. I worked with what we call a black cloud. She was a fantastic medic. She was one of the best medics I've ever worked with, actually. But she gets all of the, don't quote me, but shit calls. She got the worst calls all day, every day. She told me one day that she had 3 cardiac arrests in a row.
Because she's good at her job.
I don't know. She just is a magnet for trouble.
Well, and that may explain why she got you.
You're probably right. Yes, for sure. But all right, my very first night, probably like 4 calls in. So it's about 2 a.m. We get a call, and we pull up on scene. I'm driving at the time, because my first 3 days I spent almost primarily driving. We show up, we back into the parking lot of this nice little house, right? It's like a residential area. These people have probably retired. They're about 70 years old. We pull up, and she walks into the building, and she runs out. She's like, it's an echo, which means the patient is dead. So she starts running immediately. I'm grabbing all the bags that I've been told I'm supposed to grab. We throw it on the stretcher. We grab it, and we bring it out. Police and fire are getting on scene. We have CPR in progress. And this was my first cardiac arrest. It was an old woman.
And what night was this?
This was my very first night.
Your very first night.
This was my very first night. And a cardiac arrest is one of the most like chaotic situations you can be in.
Send me your poor, your weary, your dead bodies.
Yep, that's for sure. But it's a really weird position being in. Like, it actually started raining, right? It was like 1 a.m. The husband's in the room. He's got dementia. He's standing there like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy to see you all here. Why is my Why is my wife on the floor? And it's very a difficult situation to be in.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with life and death. And anytime you go to weddings or funerals, things are just very serious, very heavy. Maybe not a wedding, but it's heavy. And we're dealing with that.
Well, some weddings probably.
Some weddings are very serious, yeah.
But not all.
But the process is also really cool. It's very intriguing. It's very fun to be with the people that you've trained so much with. Like, you're working with police, you're working with fire. In Kalamazoo City, we have a doctor that will actually come out. It's called MSU-1 or MSU-2. And they will be like, okay, hey, let's do this, let's do that. But we actually got a heart rate back on this woman. And I've had 6 cardiac arrests so far in the weeks I've been doing this.
6 in 6 weeks?
Yep, 6 in 6 weeks.
Wow.
The moment I stopped...
I'm getting up in years, so I want you to get really good at this, okay?
All right. Well, I'm getting good at the pushies and puffies, as you will.
Okay.
That's what my old instructor said. It was the cool... I was like, yeah, we doing pushies and puffies all day. I'm like, what the heck? Okay.
Yeah, who needs a gym membership, right?
Yeah, hey, I got tiny wrists, so I actually have to use a modified version of CPR.
Oh, okay.
Normally they have us interlock our fingers and press down that way. I have to wrap my hand around one of my wrists. That way I don't hurt my wrist for doing CPR after like 10 minutes.
Okay.
But all in all, we got her heart rate back. She was not conscious. She wasn't coming to, but we could feel a pulse. And we actually took a blood pressure. It was like 168 over 90, I think, which is fantastic for someone who was
a dead person.
For someone who was dead a second
ago.
If you were alive, that would be a terrible blood pressure because it's actually too high. But we give epinephrine, which is basically, if you think of it as we gave her an adrenaline dump, that'll suffice.
Okay.
But what we do is we put her on a backboard. All the fire guys are great. There's a wonderful quote: if you ever join EMS, lift with your firefighter, not your back.
Oh, okay.
That is a rule to live by. Make them lift everything because they're usually big, buff, or they want to be.
Okay.
We get her in the ambulance. One of the things that I, as an EMT, can do is I can do what's called intubation. It looks like a giant rubber wiener with a hole in it, and you just shove it down their throat, and you can start pumping oxygen through. That's a really crass way to say you're giving them oxygen.
Okay.
We give them oxygen. We do CPR. The medic is giving all those drugs. We get them in the ambulance. We start transporting lights and sirens. We very rarely transport lights and sirens unless we're in a super severe situation. We get her to the hospital. We take them in. We hand them over to all the medical professionals. And we are medical professionals, but like these super highly qualified doctors. Right. We hand them over, get her in a trauma
Not the janitor, someone else.
I mean, if the janitor wanted to take her,
no,
I'm joking. I'm totally joking, guys. I'm totally joking. But that's sort of what it looks like for us. Okay. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if they were able to get her back. But I do know that we did our job. And on the way to the hospital, they had me feeling what's called the femoral artery. Mm-hmm. And I could feel her femoral pulse beating very strong and bounding. And she had really good chances. And we did a really good job.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You are officially a first responder.
Yeah. It's weird because I'm still the kid inside who would go out and climb trees and jump into lakes from like 20 feet up and be like, yeah!
Yeah. You're more likely to be transported by an ambulance than to drive an ambulance. Yeah, I kid you not, folks. This guy, you're 20 years old now, but I've watched you for 20 years defy life and death situations, jumping from trees. You think you're a monkey, just all of these things. And now you're out there helping to save lives. And I am very proud of you, son.
Thank you. And hey, I will always miss my childhood.
Yeah, I don't miss my childhood because I was so stupid, but I do miss my healthy body. Eventually, you'll get to that point too, son.
I rue that day.
But you're only 20. You've got another 10, 15 years before your body starts to deteriorate and rigor mortis sets in.
Rigor mortis? Hold on.
Well, it happens slowly, very slowly.
Not really.
It does when you're 50, Time-released homicide. That's what we're talking about.
Time-released homicide. I'm going to use that now.
Yeah. My compliments. You have my compliments. All right. What do you like about the job, and what do you dislike about the job?
When I was looking into this, I still love the same things that got me into it. I love helping people. I love showing up on scene and saying, "Hey, sir, what's going on? Are you all right?" Those are probably on the top of the list.
Okay.
The processes are also really nice. We actually have a very set system for almost everything. They give me a list of procedures and they say, read these. I haven't. But there are procedures that we follow, and I know most of them, right? Okay. So we show up, the man hit his head. We're going to give him oxygen. We're going to get him on a C-collar. We're going to take him. There's always a system that we're following, but there's room for creativity. Okay. For instance, we don't always need to use a C-collar. We can wrap a towel around their neck and use duct tape.
But if you deviate from procedure, you better be right and know what the heck you're doing.
Within procedure, there is a certain amount of flexibility depending on the situation. Because we're going into an emergency situation. For instance, like last week, a plane crashed.
Okay.
A man, we show up on scene. I wasn't there for this one. This was someone else. The man has a broken femur, a broken arm, and the broken femur is one of the worst bones you can break in your body. It's the largest bone, and your bones do have blood in them. This is very serious, very painful. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that they had to do a lot of maneuvering. He was in a field at the time. They had to get fire out there. They had to bring in a helicopter. So we have procedures to get everything you need done in the right order, and we have flexibility. I love that.
Okay. Well, you've always been a creative person.
Yeah, it's super fun to look at a scene and be like, okay, how do we get this person out of here without, like, breaking things?
All right, so what do you dislike?
Or
your least favorite part of the job?
My least favorite part of the job originally was the schedule. Because this is also a type of career where seniority matters if you're picking your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I was originally given, I mentioned before, 6P to 6A.
So 6 o'clock at night to 6 a.m. So you're staying up all night long for 12 hours.
And then when you're off the clock, you have to maintain that schedule. And that was incredibly difficult for me. I very much did not like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where I came to my supervisor and was like, I show up to work exhausted and unable to think. I'm living off Monster energy drinks and just a will to live.
Yeah.
Like, I can't show up on scene and learn at the rate that you guys need me to learn if I can't think. I'm becoming a liability. So a lot of people are able to do night shift. Some people love it. I was talking to one lady, wonderful person, I've worked with her before, and she says after 10 o'clock at night, I wake up.
Wow. I do not.
No, I can't either. Some people can do that, and that's why they do the night shift. So once I moved to days, I work 14-hour shifts during the day. It's a long shift, but I'm not going to complain because it's way better than nights.
Because you can think straight and you can stay awake.
Or I can think as straight as Cedar can normally think.
Okay, all right. All right, well, what else? I think there's one more that I'm thinking of. Do you enjoy paperwork and report writing?
Am I allowed to cuss on this channel?
This is a family show.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one thing I didn't even think about, as far as writing reports. I knew that, police officers have to do paperwork and they don't really enjoy it. But it never occurred to me that emergency medical people also have to write reports and document everything as well. How does it work?
So it starts with a tree, and they cut the tree down and they chop it into a million tiny slivers.
I know how they make paper. How does you actually writing the report work?
So writing a report is actually one of the more dangerous things I do.
Why is that?
Because
you're writing it in blood? What's going on?
Jail time is really real.
All right.
And I have to state, like, from when we work with a patient, we have to do everything right. But when you're in the paperwork, you have to prove that you did everything right.
Ah, okay.
For instance, I'm not going to go into the super nitty gritty, but paperwork after even a call where you show up and the patient says, I don't want to be transported, I don't want to be treated. You have to write paperwork for that, and it'll take you 10 plus minutes just to finish that paperwork after you know how to do it.
Cool. Do you get to use AI and have them write it for you?
No. Maybe one of these days, hey, we showed up and the guy was really aggressive and he said he didn't want to go to the hospital.
Write me a report.
Write me a report, ChatGPT. I need this.
I can see a time when they might actually do that.
I could see a time where I really wish they would do that.
Yeah.
But, there are certain things that you have to put in there for legal purposes.
Right.
For instance, you have to say, if the patient really didn't have any of these issues, the patient denies all signs and symptoms of chest pain, difficulty breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, headache, and blurred vision, and you just go down this list.
You sound like a commercial.
Yes, very much so. The patient is totally fine, no issues. He just wanted to go to the hospital for the 12th time in one day because he's homeless.
You get a lot of homeless people.
There are so many homeless people in Kalamazoo City, and I've grown to love a lot of them because you see them all the time.
Yeah.
But there's a certain point where I actually saw a man get trespassed from the hospital because he called the hospital 12 times during the 4th of July. He called 911 and said, chest pain, difficulty breathing. And we show up, hello, sir, how are you doing today? Oh, I know who you are. And he's like, hi, guys. He's down the road from the hospital, right? People do this all the time. And if you are this person, please don't do this anymore. Just walk to the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know you, but you could probably walk. And if you can't, then call the hospital or maybe.
Especially if there's nothing wrong with you, don't call an ambulance just because you need someone to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, there's therapy out there.
Okay.
But in all honesty, don't hesitate to call 911 if you are having an issue.
Yeah.
There are things that we deal with that people treat very casually. Like sometimes we show up on scene and the person's like, oh yeah, I've just been sitting on this floor for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
No, that's not normal. Oh, I've been having chest pain. No, chest pain is not normal.
Uh-huh.
The only time I get chest pain is when I'm under extreme stress. My blood pressure is over 150, over 90, and people look at me and say, you should go to the hospital. I don't, because I'm a country boy and daddy didn't raise no quitter.
That's right. That's right. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yes, sir. But in all honesty, I should go. Once my health insurance kicks in, I'm going to be going. But yeah.
Okay. All right. It might be all those Monster energy drink things you've been consuming.
No.
No? Okay.
No. Those Monster energy drinks are the only thing keeping me from the Reaper himself.
Okay. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Well, son, we are about out of time.
All right.
Those are all great stories. I want you to know that I am very proud of what you're doing. You're out there. You're helping people. You are an asset to society and not a liability. So thank you very much, son, and I love you and I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. I love you too, Dad. And also, we didn't even get any of the good stories yet.
Yeah, well, I told you this is a family show.
Oh.
We'll get those next time, okay?
All right, folks.
All right, Cedar, thank you very much for being on the Home Defense Show today.
Oh, thank you so much, Dad. I was happy to be here. And ladies and gentlemen, if you ever experience chest pain, difficulty breathing, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea, please call 911.
Okay. All right. Good enough. All right, folks. That about wraps it up for today's show. I've had a good time, and I hope you have too. Please don't forget to thank our sponsor, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range at centershotgunrange.com, shootingclasses.com to help you find the right trainer for your needs, United States Concealed Carry Association at uscca.com, and also Trinity Training and Security. All right, I've written 20-plus books, and they're all available on Amazon.com in paperback, ebook, and audiobook. This week, check out my brand new novel. It's titled Longinus, Longinus, and you can find that at Amazon.com. Longinus, great novel. I think you'll like it. And if you want training from me in person, then check out Midwest Tactical Training at shootingclasses.com. Please join us again next week for all your home defense needs. In the meantime, God bless and stay safe.
Thank you for joining us this week on The Home Defense Show. Now, get out there and protect the ones you love. We'll see you next week with more of the best.
Bye-bye, boys! Have fun storming the castle!